Well, let's begin today's program with FIFA President Gianni Infantino and his four-nation visit to Africa. The Swiss Italian kick-started his visit in South Africa, where he attended an executive summit with the 54 heads of African football. He also met with SAFA President Danny Jordaan. His next stop then took him to Zimbabwe. He arrived in the country on Thursday for a two-day visit where he met with President Robert Mugabe and the country's football boss Philip Chi-yangwa. From there, he then traveled to Uganda Friday before meeting both President Yoweri Museveni and met FUFA President Moses Magogo. He was also scheduled to pass by Rwanda later in the day before later leaving to Europe. Meanwhile, let's go back and look at the first leg of his visit in Johannesburg. Sias du Plessis brings us more.
The World Cup expansion will officially kick off in 9 years' time, and the new president of world football is on a mission to share exactly how all the relevant stakeholders fit into that global plan and what Africa can expect to gain from it. But for many delegates, the summit is a hotbed for political maneuvering.
They were coming from Asia, from Europe, and from Africa, and they grouped them together so that they talk about football and share their experiences and all the other things. But obviously, behind that, there's a lot of things that are happening.
The Confederation for African Football President Issa Hayatou says that Africa deserves more places at the World Cup and hopes the summit has ensured at least 4 or 5 more places.
Non, nous on a demandé 9,5. La semaine dernière, il y a eu une réunion à Dubaï.
We've asked for the 9.5 places. Last week there was a meeting in Dubai, and from this reunion, it was decided that the African continent will have 9. Of course, it's not definitive, and we will try to find the half place that we've staked a claim.
Chercher la demi-place que nous avons revendiquée.
According to Mbuli, the expansion of the World Cup was not the only topic up for discussion, as the CAF presidential elections loom large next month, with the 29-year reign of the current president under threat.
If you want to ask me whether Issa Hayatou will not be the president of CAF beyond the 16th of March next month, I cannot commit to that. I cannot commit to that because football is full of surprises. But also, who expected Infantino to be the president of FIFA last year?
The main objective of the FIFA Executive Summit in Johannesburg was to establish how Africa would benefit from the World Cup expansion and how many spots the continent would get going into the tournament in 2026. One thing is certain, the new man in charge of world football has bolstered his relationship with the leaders of the African continent in a bid to get them to back him as he looks to take football in a new direction. Sias du Plessis, CGTN, Johannesburg.